Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to have a look at Vechain. Love this project. There are some changes that are happening in the background in regards to the fundamentals for this project that are really positive. And you know, I guess the question is, could we see Vechain sort of explode to the upside? I think it's on the cards, and I'm going to sort of dig into why I feel this way. If you like this sort of content and you want to support the channel, do mash up or hit that like button. We really do appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, tap that bell, selecting all notifications so you're always kept up to date whenever we release a video. Right, with all that said, let's get down to the desktop and have a look at what's cracking. So we'll start at coin market cap. So Vechain at 0.1331, up 1.5% as we record this video. So, you know, for me, it's still undervalued, and I think a lot of people sort of agree with me on this. So let's have a look at the artificial intelligence and machine learning quickly. So over at advice.io. So free to join up, head on over to their site and have a look at the different cryptocurrencies. Obviously this is artificial intelligence and machine learning that, you know, comes up with these results. So there's no human intervention. So it is fantastic to get an idea of what the ratings are for each of these projects. So obviously here I've got Vechain, it's A2. So just to put this into context for you, A1 would be the highest rating. We've never seen an A1 rating. The highest we've ever seen advice.io give out is an A2. Vechain is A2, so it's pretty solid, right? The last 7 days we've seen almost 2% increase in price. If we look at the fear and greed index, everybody's quite greedy, which is a positive looking thing. We've got the Sharpe ratio at A2, so again that's really positive. Profitability is A1. Nick and myself highlighted this project at less than 0.5%. So, you know, lots of people have made an awful lot of profit, and there's still profit to be had when it comes to Vechain. The AMI-HAD ratio is A2, along with the moving average. So the last 10 days, it's been at 13 cent moving average, 11 cent at 50 days, and 100 days was also 11 cent. So at the moment, I would be looking to see if we can get a pullback before making any purchases, looking for buy zones and all that wonderful stuff. So the first thing I want to do is just sort of cover some snippets from this article. So this article was from the 27th of October, and you know, it highlights a few things that I think are really important to cover off. The first being that we saw 33.62% increase in volume within 24 hours. So that's from the 26th to the 24th of October. Now, I think the reason why I want to point this out is there's lots of people that are really frustrated in the comments of videos and stuff like that, and I quite often say, you know, have patience. Now I've said this before when we were you know, on this very project, in fact, you know, when we were at 1 cent, 1.5 cent Vechain, and people were saying they were selling their Vechain, I was saying you're going to come to regret that. You know, Nick and myself have a very strong opinion that you shouldn't jump and chase green candles, so jump projects and chase green candles. It always sort of works out really bad, and you miss out on some, you know, unrealized gains really. And you know, we then saw Vechain sort of pump up to about 8-9 cent, which, you know, sort of really speaks volumes, and I kind of feel like we're in that position now. I don't think people quite understand there's fundamental changes happening in the background for Vechain that are really positive, right? So not financial advice, and obviously you've got to make your own financial decisions. But, you know, from my side, I won't be selling any Vechain anytime soon. And this is my biggest bag, right? Like, it's my biggest investment in the space. It's an absolute monster of a project, right? And if you don't understand it, you don't know what you hold. So educate yourselves. So lots of people, investors in this space, think that Vechain is undervalued. Completely agree with that. I'm definitely in that camp. Lots of people obviously are unsure why it's not moving so fast. And, you know, it's one of those, everything moves in cycles. There's a lot of tokens in circulation and all that sort of stuff, and it all sort of, you know, plays its part. But the 33%, that's a third increase in volume in 24 hours. It happens fast, guys. So, you know, just be you know, really aware of that, right? But there are fundamental changes that are happening, particularly this one, and I've talked about this already in detail, so I'm not going to cover it off in huge amounts of detail. But this is a huge upgrade for Vechain. It is going to make it you know, not impossible, because I never want to say something's impossible to do, but it makes it very very difficult to hack. So the security is going to be improved. The scalability is going to be improved. So this is really going to allow some of these huge, monstrous size partners that Vechain have got to actually utilize the blockchain much more than they currently are. And you know, this is going to basically bring mass adoption to Vechain, in my humble opinion. And the beauty of this is the vote has already happened. So it was a community vote. And it was agreed that it would happen. And when I initially did a video on this, I did say that I'd be very surprised if that wasn't one of those things that just got the green light and went ahead. And that's very much what happened. So phase 1 will be completed by the end of this month. And obviously we've got the breakdown here. I will link this in the description of the video for you to delve into. But if you check out our Vechain videos, you will see that I've already done videos on this particular you know, upgrade in much more detail than I'm covering here. But you know, for me, as updates go, this is an update that could very much bring mass adoption, and with mass adoption, price discovery. So for me, this is a positive. Really excited to see how this goes. I'm not saying, just for clarity, that I expect price discovery before the end of this month or immediately the start of next month, you know, because there are a few phases of this upgrade, just to be ultra clear. So do check out my other video. Moving on, another huge piece of news. So Sunny Liu has obviously come out and he said, welcome on board. Again, I dropped this in the Discord and Patreon members section when I heard this yesterday, literally within minutes. But this is huge. So Antonio, formerly at Deloitte, has decided to, you know, work for Vechain. So he's going to be joining the Vechain Foundation as head of Technology for Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, and we'll be building the SDG ecosystem, and there's lots more to come. Please stay tuned. So, and obviously you've got his LinkedIn message here. So, and I think there's going to be so much to come, right? So let's have a look at, you know, LinkedIn here. So he's worked at Vechain for 2 years, 7 months, advisory board member, steering committee member, and now this is the first month, head of technology for SDGs. Obviously, he's been working at Deloitte Ireland. If you don't know who they are, they're huge. Go check them out. So senior manager and director, Deloitte EMEA blockchain lab lead and global blockchain CTO. You know, the list goes on. Huge amount of you know, wealth of knowledge and experience, and for me, this is just, you know, it's huge news. So with all that said, do let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Vechain. Really interested to know. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel and you enjoyed the content, mash that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, select all notifications so you never miss a video. And with that said, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.